cleaned and inspected before the next winter storm. James is here from Approved Home Improvements, and he says he can take care of those chimney problems for you. And you think we make this stuff up. I go down to my basement to do laundry one day, a couple years back, and I see water dripping from above my furnace into my basement. I call James and I say, I don't think this is right. And he says, let me take a look. And sure enough, it was the cap.
It was your chimney.
On my chimney.
And most people would never dream they could be in the basement of their house, not see water anywhere in the house, and their basement's getting water in it.
Right.
But it is completely possible, as you know.
Yeah, and it's you've told us in the past it has everything to do with the changing seasons that we have around here, right?
Yes, sir. First, I'm going to go back to that last segment a little bit. I'm highly disappointed that you didn't represent all your former motocross friends and want to go riding for 4 days.
I thought that went through my brain, and I thought I was going to say that, honest to God, I was going to say I would love to get back on a dirt bike and go on and maybe ride Glen Helen or someplace like that.
But you didn't make that choice, so we'll go past that.
All right.
And we'll talk about the chimneys. So going back to the chimney, the frostquake that you guys were talking about in a former segment. You know how we always talk about when your chimney expands and freezes?
Yes.
That's exactly what happened to your chimney. And we're going and they're disassembled on people's roofs. They're falling. They're having to be tore down. I mean, it's a phenomenal. It's for real. But that gives something they can relate it to.
Right. And we've talked about potholes. The same thing with that. The water gets down in the concrete or the asphalt. It freezes, which expands. It makes it crack, and then it falls apart, and then you start leaking, which makes it even worse.
That's right. And so that's how you get leaks when you wouldn't think you would get them when it's not rainy season. We're looking on the screen, we're looking at people that have been trying to heat their home and they haven't been maintaining them, and they've had flue fires because they haven't been cleaned. That is one of the most common things we get. Most people use them more than they think they do, or they use them in an emergency and they weren't ready for it.
I just want to make a comment on this because I think this is one of the most dramatic things that you bring every time, and that is a broken flue on the left, and after the repair job that you have done, which makes it better than new. Obviously, that was not the greatest design. It probably could have been designed a little better to begin with, but what you've done there has made a smooth flow. It has sealed off the chimney, and it's also increased the capacity for heat, right?
100%. I mean,
way above what the code is.
100% increasement for real.
100%.
It doubles the operating temperature of your flue. So that goes back to that. You're talking about it may not be the best way to build a flue. That's exactly how they still build them today. Yeah. The difference is technology's changed a lot since those parts were invented. So you don't have to wait for it fell or worry about a flue fire or be worried about using your fireplace. You can get the comfort and the heat and do it before it ever breaks, and you will never have any problems with your flue. It's an amazing material, and no demo, no mess. We come in one day and you're lighting your fireplace that night.
Yeah, it's dried that quickly, really.
Oh yeah, it actually sets by heat. Oh. So, and we actually have material for the crowns that leak outside that's set by the colder temperatures. So science, again, has made advancements, and we take every use we can of that advancement.
And I think the bottom line in all of this is it all starts with an inspection. And to have a warm and safe winter, Approved is offering 20% off all flue repairs that are completed by January 31st. Call today, 314-780-6080 for a chance to double that discount. Get the inspection. It may be that all you need is a chimney cleaning. They're not going to try and talk you into something you don't need, but call the number, 314-780-6080.
Don't think you're safe, know yourself.
Know you're safe.
Bingo.
Safe.
Wow.
Know yourself.
Know yourself, too. They know that yourself is safe.
And ride dirt bikes whenever possible.
And ride dirt bikes. When somebody says, what are you going to do with 4 days on your own, you say, ride dirt bikes.